Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, April 21st, 2016. I'm here with my two brothers. I don't know where they're from yet. I'm going to ask the question. How are you today? Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Dominic, but people call me Nati.
Nati. And you're from?
From Austria.
From Austria.
I'm
You?
Mexico.
You're from Mexico. What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny and Nati. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel so good to know that today, this historical day, we can have brothers all the way from Austria, which is the other part of the world, and all the way from Mexico. What make you come here today, just like myself, to be a part of this historical moment?
Because it is a historical moment.
Because
it's 50 years, it's 50 years, and it's like really a milestone.
It's really a milestone.
Because we had also, for example, it's not just the 50 years of His Majesty visit to Jamaica, but we also had, for example, 2014 was 7 years after Ethiopian Millennium in 2007.
Wow. Yes.
So we
good to know.
now we try to more and more see how things evolve and what really happens in those times, and that Jamaica has decriminalized in 2014, and these things are really important. And also that His Majesty, when he came to Jamaica in 1966, he said that many people forget that he attempted to include Jamaica into the Organization of African Unity.
Wow.
So
wow.
that could have changed the
whole thing, the whole
the world history, the history of the African diaspora in relation to the continent and cooperation, Pan-Africanism, but also world history. And that's why we're also here, because even though I'm from Austria, the brethren from Mexico, and we have brethren from all over, it is something that affects the whole world, you know, because even, you know, there was 2,000 years ago a man was born in a small town called Bethlehem and grew up in Nazareth. Nobody knew about these towns, but it affected the whole world because the consciousness the man was carrying had an impact that influenced the whole world, and it's the same again. And so we found it very necessary and worthy to make this trip from wherever in the world we are to come together and commemorate this 50th anniversary of His Majesty visit, that to see also that Rasta's still there. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling so elated that the brother speaks so much, so fluent, and so much, you know, in regards to his Africanness and in regards to world situation. And it's really a privilege for me to just be quiet, because you know how Big Stone will be talking up his mouth, but I'll be quiet and listen to the brother speak eloquently. Today's a great day, and I'm happy I'm here with you, and I'm very happy I met you also, okay? I'm very happy. So what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, from Mexico there's many Rasta people.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Rasta, because there's a significance, because His Majesty went to Mexico as well in 1955.
Wow.
And you know, as a Mexican roots man, it's only right and purpose to come and
represent the family.
Yeah, half a century His Majesty touched down here in Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I really thank these two brothers for giving me the time and to talk to us and let the world know how they feel and what, you know, they really feel in making this pilgrimage. You know what I mean? And it shows you how committed and dedicated they are to the movements of Rastafari. So once again, give thanks. You want to shout out to anybody in Austria or any part of the world?
Yeah, man, we shout out to everybody in Austria who keep the vision of His Majesty alive and the message, and even those who could not make the drought, I will bring these good tidings and good news to everybody back home. And yeah, give thanks.
Nati, you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and
Johnny.
And Johnny, Nati and Johnny, right here at the Norman Manley International Airport, April 21st, 2016. Exactly 50 years later, to the day and the date.
Yes, sir.
Because 50 years ago,
Thursday.
it was a Thursday, so you know it's a spiritual gathering.
Yeah, man,
Give thanks for Rastafari. Aye, my brother. Big up.